What's up, listener? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're faring on fine. I'm doing quite well too. It's nice again to be back on air and to be back talking to you guys. I hope all is going well, and I hope you had a fantastic time. It's been quite a minute and a half since we last engaged. Yeah, for lack of a better word, I'd use engaged. But either way, it's been quite long since the last episode, and probably this is going to be the last episode of this season 3. Yeah, this season had like close to 8 to 9 episodes. Yeah, and after this, I think I'm gonna be taking like something like a break to work on new ideas, to bring something fresh, A break is always good to refresh your mind and to reposition your priorities and your thinking. I think all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. About what you think, the topics that we should discuss, and it keeps me going. It keeps me coming up with new ideas to talk, new ideas to share, new ideas to discuss. Mind you, this is not like it's not like a teaching session. It's more of an engaging session whereby we get to share knowledge. So far, so good. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Just a Podcast, episode 9. And as always, I'm your host with the most. They call me Timothy. And as you know, we are just past post-COVID pandemic, or is it epidemic? And now we are heading into pre-election. And I know the temperature is quite hot. The feelings are on spike. The feelings are spiking up, and everybody feels like they are on the edge. And to be quite frank, it's a sensitive time. It's a sensitive time that I decided to take this opportunity to talk to you, to hear what you're thinking, and so that we can put our brains together and maybe come up with a solution. Maybe not long lasting, maybe short, maybe just for a short time, but who cares, as long as it's a solution. Everybody is wondering how the elections are gonna go, and to be quite frank, it's quite a tough time, and the tension in the air is quite high. But I think we are the ones to solve it. As much as we are claiming that there is tension in the air, I think we have a bigger part to play. We have a bigger part at play because, let's say, God forbid, for example, there's violence. It's not going to come out of nowhere. We are the ones who bring the violence because maybe of unequal distribution of resources, tribalism. Who's the president? Who won? Which tribe is he coming from? How much money he got? You see, and all of that are the catalysts that are going to speed up the rate of violence during the election period. You remember in 2013 and even in 2007 and even 2017 partly, the air was quite tense, but due to one or two reasons, actually some things managed to work out, and we jumped back on track. But there's one thing I'd like this podcast to be about. I want you to engage me. I just want to hear your feelings. What are your expectations? If you are to change something, ungebadilisha nini? As a voter, are you practicing your right of voting? I mean, I have a voter's card, but I don't feel at times like voting. But I'd advise you, if you want to vote, vote. If you don't want to vote, don't go and vote. It's your right. It's your constitutional right. So you do as you please. But then again, as much as you are doing as you please, remember that sitting back and not going to vote, it's not going to help. Even if you think like your vote won't count, but I'm pretty sure it will make a difference, even if it's not a big difference. Yes, then again, I'd like to point out a few people or a few key players in the industry, in the mainstream media mostly, who are the main, who are like more of the eye of the ordinary citizen, like the journalists and the players at the electoral board committee, because they are the ones who are going to decide who our president will be. So I think it's quite sensitive, and it's quite I think they should do their duty with diligence and avoid negligence. For instance, the journalists. We've had a history whereby our journalists mostly get to broadcast fake news, news of shock value, just to get fame or increase their paycheck, or maybe for other personal reasons, maybe for revenge or such stuff, or maybe because they feel like their tribe is superior or is inferior, so that they want to get it on the map. So I'd please advise, if they are listening or if they'll ever come across this podcast, I'd really like for them to change how people perceive journalists, mostly during such times. I am, of course, a journalist by profession, and I'm a radio host too. So I'm really sensitive and quite straightforward with what I say. So I'd really love if everybody would work with diligence and avoid just giving us news of shock value, because to be honest, inaharibu maisha ya watu sana. Many people get to lose their lives. Some families get to break up. Hey, just a quick fact, a nugget. If you have a phone, you should probably dial *509# and see which political party you are registered. Many I've been registered to Azimio, and I've never gone to even register. So I was wondering, that must mean something, and maybe they've used my information wrongly. They're these data thieves. You should be aware of that. They take people's data and sell them maybe to foreigners who are coming into the country as IDPs, and then maybe they get to do it with it whatever they want. Maybe bad stuff, maybe good stuff, I don't know. But you should really check out And if by any chance you are registered to any political party, if you like it, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, you can just join, and all will be nice. So my parting shot is, I'd really love to keep this going, but sadly this is the last episode of season 3, and I'm hoping to see you soon, and I hope everything will be well. So my parting shot, as I was saying, is to journalists, you should learn to have trustworthy sources and make sure that the information you're putting out there during this period, it's credible. As Kenyans, we are known everywhere to not be credible, but I'd love us to change the picture. And for the grassroots medias, houses, and journalists, good work. You're doing good work out there. You're the only people on the ground who are really trying to make a difference, and not for personal gain as the mainstream media. So kudos to you guys, and thank you for the good work, and thank you to listener for listening, and keep peace at always. If your party wins or doesn't win, life still has to go on. Yeah, nobody has to die, nobody has to suffer because of one party, because of one leader or the other. They can go to hell if they want, but do not give them that chance. Do not let them feel like they own you, in short. So thank you. I've been your host with the most. They call me Timothy, and this is just a pod. Signing out. I hope we have peaceful elections, and I'll see you through. I'll see you in the future. Signing out.